Previously on The Doctor and I.
So who is it that we'll be working on today?
The patient's name is Earl Sugarbottom of Clarksville, Missouri. This patient has coronary heart disease and is fighting diabetes with his blood pressure through the roof. These 20 years have flown by so quickly, but with you, I feel so happy.
Doctor, I think we're going to need to do a triple bypass.
Just as I feared.
When I meet the doctor, once I prove my worth, and then I meet the doctor, what I've waited for since birth. And with all his doctor wisdom, by my looks he won't be blinded. You think the doctor is dumb, or like, he's so small-minded? No, he'll say to me, I see who you truly are, Kate. Last in whom I can rely. And that's where we'll begin, the doctor and I.
Oh, good morning, Bonaire. Did you by chance see my favorite mug last night? No, but I bet Pathos picked it up by mistake again. I told him to label his stuff. Probably. Well, see you later, Bonaire.
Well, when is that new experimental drug going to get here? This patient is in critical condition, and if it takes more than a week to arrive, she'll probably be dead. Just get it here by Friday. Goodbye.
Rough morning, huh, Doc?
Every morning starts out like this. It's just that this day in particular is a more extreme case of a rough morning. Well, I'm going to go get some coffee. I'll check on the patient later this afternoon. She earlier thanked me and said that the nurses had gone above and beyond to see that she was comfortable.
Well, that's some positive news. Well, if you need me, I'll be in the pharmacy area. Got to go get my energy.
What? Oh, forget it. Oh, doctor, here is the blood work you requested for Mrs. Knetelson. Oh, thank you. Put it over there, please.
So, Doc, have you checked up on the patient in room 112?
Oh, yes, thank you. I completely forgot. Would you care to accompany me as I check up on Mrs. Bixby? It appears the other nurses seem to be much busier than usual.
Sure, Doc. Oh, wait. I forgot to remind Nurse Romana to pick up a prescription to give to the patient in room 105.
That's fine, I understand.
She told me to remind her just in case, as she has been super busy these past days. If you need me, I'll be at the pharmacy, in case she remembered. Otherwise, I'll be on an adventure looking for her.
Oh, very well then. I'll see you later. Keep your phone on you. I'll call you in case I see her.
Thanks.
Where are they? Oh, yes. Here they are. These taste so good together. And now, to wash it all down with a little morphine.
Why, Dr. Bonaire, what are you doing here? Where are the pharmacists? And why are all these medicine containers open?
I needed my medicine because I have ADHD. I forgot to take my meds back at home. The head pharmacist, Walt, gave me permission and told me that he had something to do and would be back shortly. The other 2 pharmacists are on break.
Why are all these other drugs out on the table?
That was the work of Walt. I've known him for years, and believe me, he's not the most organized person you'll ever meet. I made this mess of bottles over here because
Because what? How could you be so messy?
I had trouble seeing, so I kept pulling out the wrong prescription because I forgot to bring my glasses from the office.
But what about all those pills that were in your mouth? Surely you don't need that many.
I have a severe case of it.
I'm sure the doctor and Walt would be able to arrange something to help you.
Oh, that's fine. I'm fine now. Oh, I'm just glad I can focus now. Heh.
Well, make sure you get permission in advance before you do something like this. Besides asking disorganized Walt.
Wow, look at you. You've been here for almost a month, and now you think you run the place. Well, you don't.
And I'm not trying to, Doctor. All I'm trying to do is not jump to conclusions, as it looks like something very wrong went on here.
But you believe me, right?
Of course I believe you. I know you wouldn't do a thing like that. You're my co-worker, and I trust you. Just like the doctor does.
Right, of course.
I was hoping Nurse Romana would remember to pick up the prescription to give to a patient, but I guess I'll have to track her down now. If I hadn't known better, I'd see a junkie raided this room, looking for their next...
I know what I'm doing. I've been here longer than the doctor. I know the rules. But for your sake, I'll be more careful next time to avoid giving the wrong impression. Bye.
Wow, thanks, Bonaire. You make a mess and leave me to clean it up. Wow, this is some potent stuff. But I guess some people really need it. Oh, what a mess.
If only I had been in opera instead of doing what my parents thought was best for me. Sure, I would have been poor, but at least I'd be happy. Oh well, it's too late to turn back now.
Lasciatemi morire. Lasciatemi morire.
Oh, come in.
Oh, Doctor, what was that beautiful music I heard? Was that you?
Me? Oh, no. I was listening to something on the radio.
Then why did you turn it off?
Because you startled me, that's why.
But why are you sweating? Are you hiding something from me?
What? No. What is there to hide? I just had a busy day, that's all.
But...
Kate, is there a reason why you knocked on my door besides hearing music playing in my office?
Well, you told me earlier this afternoon to remind you to check up on Mrs. Okeson.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I got Nurse Georgette to go check on the patient. And, good news. The patient's case of meningitis wasn't as severe as I originally thought. So I won't need to prescribe an even stronger antibiotic for her. She should be able to leave in, 3 weeks or so.
Okay. That is good news. By the way, I found Bonaire in the pharmacy taking prescription drugs for his ADHD. He says Walt allowed him to take his meds here as he left his back at home. I guess he does have a severe case, as there are bottles all over the place.
I'll talk to him about it. I know he has ADHD, but I don't remember it being that bad. And Kate,
Yes?
Walt is a very messy and disorganized person. I know, Bonaire. You don't need to worry about it. However, he probably needs to be reminded on the rules around here. As I have noticed myself, he has been rather slacking.
Well, okay. Anyways, Doctor, it was the most beautiful thing I have ever heard.
Well, thank you. I mean, yes, it was a nice piece. Oh, and Kate,
Yes?
don't forget to shut the door.
Oh, yes, Doctor.
So I have a fan. Who would have known? Well, I suppose I shall make one more round to see that all is well with the patients before I leave.
Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor?
Doctor?
Heading out now, Bonaire. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Oh, Bonaire, one more thing.
Yes?
Kate told me that with Walt's permission, you took medication for your ADHD.
What? Oh, yes. I left my meds back at home.
Oh, right. You know the rules around here. And there is paperwork to fill out for this kind of stuff, and more than just asking Walt.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't speak with you or anyone else about this beforehand.
You and I have been friends here for years. Don't be cavalier with the rules. And don't take advantage of Walt. You know how stressed out he is with his work, especially with us being currently understaffed.
I know.
On top of being one of the most, if not the sloppiest pharmacists I've ever met.
I know that too.
I think we all do. But anyways, you made Kate think that you were abusing prescription drugs. You remember what happened to the last person who had a problem like that. We need to especially be more careful.
Yes, Doctor. You're absolutely right. I will be more careful next time.
Good. Now that I've reminded you and have straightened this out, you may go. I don't want to hear about this ever again. Understood? Good night, Bonaire.
Good night.
Good evening, Mr. Tatler. It's me, the doctor.
What does someone have to do to get some sleep around here?
Oh, forgive me, sir. I didn't know that you were sleeping. I just wanted to check up on you to see that you were comfortable.
Well, you still woke me, so really...
Is there anything you might like before I leave? Such as water, an extra blanket, or a pillow?
Just sleep, Doctor.
Then I'll let you sleep, Mr. Tatler. Good night.
Yeah, Good night.
Hey, boss, how many more crates of this stuff are we loading until we take it to the warehouse?
Oh, probably just 2 more. If we take any more out of the house, someone may get suspicious.
Right, boss.
The new assembly line at the warehouse will soon be completed, and then we won't have to work in my cramped basement. And you know what else, Jeffrey? In a few weeks, one of my clients is expecting a very large shipment, so we must prepare as much product as possible. And then, Jeffrey, the negotiating begins.
Can Bonaire hide his addiction? Does Kate suspect? Who were those two men in the basement? Tune in next time for another chapter on The Doctor and I. And now, here is a sneak peek of next week's chapter. Next time on The Doctor and I.
Doctor, come quick.
Oh, what now?
It's Dr. Wunderlust. He says he's fine, but minutes ago he was on the floor in agony.
Well, Bonaire?
You have brain cancer.
I want you to pack up and move this whole operation further down south to more business-friendly areas. You do business on the other side of town.
Oh, Doctor, it was you. Oh, Doctor, how could you keep this a secret from me? Such a lovely and powerful voice.
Today's episode was titled Of Pills and Candy, with today's story written and produced by Caleb Casamento. Characters and sound were done by Caleb Casamento, and I'm Caleb Casamento, hoping you'll join me again for another adventure on
The Doctor and I.